Well, we've had a quick break for lunch, but now we are back here to bring you more action from the Kettering Conference Centre here at Intel EPIC46. My name is OneWing, and I am joined by Bob, making his Epic LAN casting debut. How are you finding it so far, my friend?
Well, this will be my first ever cast in about a year, so I'm hoping it's going to go well. Epic's great. It's filled with so many great teams. I would highly recommend anybody out there thinking of going, just pull the trigger on it. It's absolutely amazing. And speaking of amazing, we have an absolutely amazing game today.
Oh, biggest game of the tournament so far in my eyes. Come on. It's the current league table leaders. Something I did not think I would be saying, but Chicken Joshey finally getting themselves on stream and undefeated thus far. They're going to be going up against the Cucumber Hoovers, who have not had the strongest start, but when you look at the caliber of the teams they've played, they've put up respectable performances.
I mean, who can blame them? I mean, teams like 8sins, how do you even dream of winning a game like that?
They made it competitive.
They did.
13-8.
They did. Oh my goodness, 13-8.
The reigning UKIC Masters champions dropped 8 rounds to Cucumber Hoovers. Honestly, that's an impressive effort from a team seeded 27th before the tournament started.
I mean, you've got to ask, was that 8sins' fault? Was it Cucumber Hoovers showing some of their best talent?
It's probably a bit of both.
You reckon it's a bit of
maybe
both?
A bit of both.
I didn't watch the game, but I'm sure it was an absolutely good one. Who else do we have? They played against Glitch Tech.
Oh, yeah, that was not quite so well for them. 13-4, but again, one of the strongest teams within the UK scene right now, even if they are technically the Italian core of Glitch Tech. But yeah, another UKIC Masters team. It's a difficult start for them, but this is a chance for them to build momentum because although Chicken Joshey are sitting top of the tree and they do have some very strong players, they also have Dweg.
They do have Dweg. I'm not going to say anything bad about Dweg. He's been nothing but a delight ever since I've seen him. You've got some words to say about Dweg? We'll keep him to ourselves for the time being. He
surrounds himself with good players.
Yes, he does. His Bin Men days, I'm sure, is still going strong, and we are hoping to see them in the playoffs.
Honestly, with the way it's going so far and some of the caliber of the teams around them, we could very much see the Bin Men back in playoffs.
Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Okay,
let's get through
the Cucumber Hoovers first. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I think there is a chance that Cucumber could win this one.
Ooh.
I'm going to go rogue. I have been speaking outside the arena. I have been speaking to Chicken Joshey. They are very confident coming into this game. I would honestly argue too confident.
Yeah, that can be, with the results they've had, back-to-back 13-1 victories, maybe that little bit of ego can start to creep in and sort of cloud your judgment. And I guess the team ranked 12 places lower than you in the seeding. You may just take your foot off the gas a bit, but that's not something you can afford to do. This is a long, hard day of CS, full of best-of-ones. Upsets can happen out of nowhere, and they will need to be back to it at the top of their game.
I completely agree. And to be honest, as you said, those 13-1s not against the greatest tier. I could see them slipping. Obviously big names such as Dweg joining them, but if it's surrounding himself by, as you say, some great talent. Leek is a standout performer. I've been watching a couple of their games. He's absolutely all over it. You see him rifling. I saw him rifling on Mirage. Oh my goodness, they did not stand a chance. But yeah, he's really showing his top-tier tournament.
But you can highlight Leek, but you can't count out the other members of this roster. Naz and Frosty in particular, I think, are two more very talented riflers. Index, a very capable player in his own right as well. Dweg is playing well. I'm not going to... we can take the...
Dweg's playing good. Dweg is playing good.
We can take the mick as much as we want. Dweg is actually having a really good tournament thus far as well. So, Chicken Joshey, if they are able to keep this momentum, maybe they can map that playoffs run. But like I said, you have to play what's in front of you right now in the Cucumber Hoovers.
Well,
a bit of an unknown entity, we have to say.
Yeah, but hoping to make a name for themselves potentially in this game. I've got a score prediction for you. I'm going to float it out there. 16-14. We're going to have an absolute cinema game. To Cucumber Hoovers.
Yeah. To Cucumber
Hoovers. I think when it comes to overtime, they're going to crumble under the pressure. Those chicken jockeys, I don't think they can handle an overtime. They've barely even got through 14 rounds per game so far. I mean, just you got to think about war of attrition. I think, Cucumber Hoovers holding out 13-8 against 8sins and not as great against Glitch Tech, but still 13-8 against 8sins. You've got to think that they've got the resilience for it.
I don't really want to make a prediction until I know what map it's going to be on. I have to be brutal. Come on. I mean, the map can be so decisive, and it's actually going to be on Nuke. So, honestly, I think that's a very good map for Chicken Joshey. I've seen some great things from them.
They played it earlier, yep, 13-1. It was an absolute stomping.
Yeah, and even in previous iterations of this roster, they have always excelled on Nuke. Nuke seems to be a bit of a UK CS.
I have noticed that. It's a staple, right? Staple.
Yeah.
I would say that and Inferno are probably the top 2 most UKCS played maps. I mean, nobody really likes Inferno, to be honest. It's I'm just glad I'm not having to cast that.
I like playing it.
Really?
I like playing it. I don't like casting it. But Nuke, in my opinion, the best map in the game currently.
The best map in the game?
I am a Nuke enjoyer.
You're not a Mirage lover?
I'm not a Mirage
Oh
lover.
my
I am a
goodness.
Nuke enjoyer. I'm a cultured individual.
Oh,
and I am so
yeah,
excited for this
yeah.
map to get kicked off. But we're just waiting for the players to join the server and get things underway. Should be going in a couple of minutes or so. So, honestly, now I've seen the veto, I'm going to disagree with you.
I was going to ask, have you changed your
mind?
mind?
I think Chicken Joshey, if they are able to ride this wave of momentum they're currently on, obviously may have been slightly impacted by the 1 hour lunch break. I could see them taking this one potentially 13-8, a bit more competitive than their previous.
13-8.
Yeah.
So that you're saying that Chicken Joshey is a similar caliber team to 8sins. Is that the assessment we're making out of this?
I mean, the table don't lie. Let's be honest. They are currently sitting at the top of the table, and yeah, I mean, top of a 44-team field. Even if, to be fair, you've only played 2 games because you had a first round bye, but we'll gloss over that. They're currently 3-0 undefeated.
Come on. Shift past that. They were complaining a bit that they're not quite as warm, not being able to start at 10, but I don't think that'll come into their form.
No, but this could quite be this could be very decisive. I think a CT start on Nuke puts you at such an advantage. Nuke is probably one of the most CT-sided maps currently in the pool. I would say that. I would disagree with Jaffa on that. Yeah. So Nuke, I think, is a very CT-sided map, and taking the knife round gives you an instant advantage, and that instant advantage already goes to Chicken Joshey.
You can hear Dweg from the other side of the arena. He's absolutely loving it.
I have missed this
sound.
Yes!
The Dweg screech, you can hear it all over Kettering.
Yeah, so I would be very surprised if they choose to pick T here. A CT start.
It's out of the question.
Properly gives you the momentum.
It would have to be some pretty bad manners if they were to go, we think we're so much better than you, we're starting T side.
I mean, I've done that before in matchmaking. And
really?
But that's a completely different kettle of fish. This is on land. This is a proper environment. And as soon as you get the momentum behind them, you can hear the screams from across this hall. The audio is so nice in here. And we will be kicking things off straight away. How about you take us away for the pistol, Bob?
Here we go. It looks like quite a bit of utility out of Cucumber Hoovers. You've got to think they've got some sort of set strat set up. 2 smokes. I'm thinking, was that I can't read it. Flashbang and a smoke. Ooh, going towards potentially A with those glass breaks.
Yeah, slowing down immediately inside of lobby. Chicken Joshey. Naz is taking refuge inside of main. Leak watching the squeaky door from top of hut with the dual Berettas. It does look like they are setting up for an A pot, but they could be walking into a Chicken Joshey 3-man stack.
You've got to think, have they been anti-strying them?
Could be. I mean, they might have done, and immediately Dweg and Leak opening things up. Polite Fellow immediately replies, but only momentarily. Leak's dual Beretta's ringing out, but Joker is there to slightly close the gap in numbers. This fight in Squeaky Door is being crucial, but Joker is able to escape with the bomb. Vent is being watched by his teammate.
You've got to look at the health, though. 34 health between them. Is there even a chance? Plant is good. Plant is always good on that. You don't want to get caught in one of those terrible economies. Force, eco, just that's really where you start slipping, and Nazari is taking this fight. Joker playing with fire right now. Nazari, a very capable rifler. Indy takes down Rex, and it's just down to Joker.
Yeah, not able to do anything in that situation. Chicken Joshey will be walking away with the pistol round, but that plant opens a lot more doors for Cucumber Hoovers. You can force in potentially with an almost equal buy to the CTs with the current state of the CS economy. So do you eco, get out the AKs as soon as possible, or do you try and break the CT money early? This is the decision.
We'll have to see. It looks like they are going for the force buy. Pistols and armor.
There was a scout momentarily.
Scout momentarily, yeah, oh no, my goodness.
They're picking up the Galils instead.
Ooh, they've upgraded big time.
Yeah, but I mean, look at the weaponry for Chicken Joshey as well. 4 M4s this early in the game.
Dweg on the MP9. A competent player on the MP9, or so I've heard.
Yeah, I mean, stick him on the back of the A site as soon as they come straight out, or immediately on top of Hart. That is probably the perfect angle for that weapon. Let the M4s hold the longer angles. The teams are beginning their crawl towards ramp. Frosty taking first contact, needs to just try and duck away. Do not get overwhelmed. They are already swarming you, but he is still able to escape down the ramp. Naz nowhere near to support, already in heaven. Indy just trying to delay, almost force them back into that B site. Don't let them wrap you on towards A.
It seems they've taken just a pause. They're figuring out. They're waiting for some form of aggression from Chicken Joshey. Potentially a bit of disrespect. You know, unknown opponents.
Yeah, but I think Chicken Joshey, they know the playoff run is potentially a possibility. They don't really want to make silly mistakes. You can see Indy very cautious with how he's approaching it, aware that a player could have walked through outside, and he's actually going to be charged at through hell. The bomb goes its way into heaven, and actually Rexden, the MAC-10 beating out the M4. Nas does get equalised numbers with a trade, and Lenman going down as well.
What is going on here? What is going on here?
Fighting through the hole. The USP does finish off Joker. And now, just like that, it's all on Rexden. 1 versus 3. Leak is low HP, and Dweg operating with the SMG, but honestly, with the HP on the T-sided player, that SMG can be absolutely devastating. I don't think Rex is going to expect Frosty in this tight angle.
Well, you wouldn't see this coming. He's not even going to look.
Yeah, not even going to clear it. No. Chicken Joshey, it looked a bit scary for the moment, but the individual brilliance coming out from Nazari does help assist them in getting that conversion.
You got to ask what they're doing there. One by one up the ladder. It's a bold move. I'll be honest. It's a bold move.
It's a bold move, Cotton, but I don't think it paid off. But still, a couple of kills, maybe one more would have kept the CT economy a bit more in check.
Is it Hero Galil out of Rex?
It does look like a Hero Galil, yeah. A couple of Deagles around
supposedly meant to be on their eco. I've seen Art do something similar with an MP9 on meant to be what's a CT full eco. We've got to see what he can do with it. It's all him. Clearly, they selected him as their best player. He's the one who's going to make this round turn around, and Chicken Joshey, they're just waiting for this eco to come toward them. Yeah,
Chicken Joshey know that the economy of the T side is not going to be in a great position. Indeed, playing very passive inside the main, holding the angle. I think he spotted out the shadow. Oh, what a shot! Indy immediately
not like this.
We're going down with nothing. Naz has got this fast flank that's already being held. Only able to get one as Rex's Hero Galil chimes in. Frosty, so much to do. And the eco round with the Hero Galil goes the way of the Cucumber Hoovers. And Chicken Joshey, with those losses in the previous round, those 2 weapons going down, their economy is not in a strong place. Deagles, a single M4 thus far. Oh, this could be a spicy one.
You've got to ask how that just crumbled so quickly. I mean, obviously quite a bit of it could be attributed to Lou, but
that Deagle shot is going to haunt Indy for the rest of the game, because if this is where Cucumber Hooves really starts to mount their charge, then Indy's going to have to look at himself and he'll feel a bit responsible.
But look at Lou. He's gone to Dweg. He's taken the MP9 off his dead corpse, absolutely splattering him. And he's going to show us what he can make do with it. Ooh,
Indy chiming in with a Deagle shot of his own, trying to make amends for that previous. Does eventually choose the wise decision, backing away, knowing you're in a man disadvantage. Your life is crucial. 4 versus 3 are much more viable than the 4 versus 2 here for Chicken Joshey. So smart and disciplined play coming out as Dweg actually begins a bit of aggression in towards Hart. Cucumber Hoovers playing it slow, and there you go. That is that lobby aggression coming out from Dweg, getting that kill onto Rexden to equalize the numbers. Yeah. And that should be another weapon to be salvaged. So Chicken Joshey coming into this with very little may actually find themselves in a strong position. Cucumber Hoovers already in towards hell. The CTs have no idea where they could have gotten onto. They could be anywhere at this point.
Dweg is aware. Look at the brain on him. He looks back. Oh, gets one and done.
Heavy damage as well onto Joker. That's really crucial. That means Frosty's Deagle can easily one-shot the player inside of heaven. But this A site has been vacated. It is just Indy inside of the squeaky door, immediately taken down by the polite fellow. And
you've got to think that was the fight. They win that. That's it. The round's over. But it's just Frosty in a 1v2, and I don't fair his chances. No kit. Low HP though.
Low HP, but has that been calmed across? Frosty.
Just looking at the economy though, do you not think he just takes a left and goes back towards CT spawn?
That would be the wise move.
He's off.
Yeah, he's already decided.
What a disappointment. Oh, Frosty, come on. You've got to be going
for
those.
You could have made yourself a hero.
That could have been it.
You could have created a clip for the ages, but unfortunately, common sense prevails, and I don't like that.
No, we want to see the content games out of these chicken Joshies, but it's just going to be the saved M4, Dweg's M4, which did actually have impact in that round, 2 kills. Ooh, both of the T's going down.
Yeah, that low HP actually proving crucial in the end. Nuke, map, if you are that low on HP, you pretty much have to be right in the back of spawn to survive the bomb radius. So
it's an absolute nuke. Pardon the pun, of course, but
it's a deserved pun.
Yeah. But considering how good their economy was after winning that 2k buy down with the Hero Galil, they're not going to have any problems. Although that is a Mac 10 coming out for Rex.
Is that tactical though? Joker does have the means to purchase
Well,
for him.
you've got to think what tactic they're playing. It is 4 sets of head armor on the CT side. Maybe they thought they were against a Force last round and going against an Eco here. Or maybe they're just doing something fast. It appears that these mods absolutely slowed them down. It looked like a vent smoke there, trying to maybe go for a fast vent play, get that Mac 10 down there. Yeah,
but instead looking like they want to divert themselves into ramp. That little bit of defensive utility on the A site makes Cucumber Hoovers question themselves. But little do they know the player on the boost at ramp. They have to be very careful with their clears.
Nazar's in a great position here. But he's got 4 Ts to contend with if they go after the smoke.
If he's able to get 2, then his job is more than done.
And his position, you've got to think that's been given away now.
Yeah, he's just compromised himself.
Frosty is here, ready for the trade, but Frosty gets 2!
And Dweg chimes in with 1 as well. I thought that round was going to fall to pieces for Chicken Joshie with that Molotov giving away the boosted player's position, but the teammates, Frosty and Dweg, able to really wrestle this round back into reality for the CTs. Bomb has gone down, and they will have to rotate back into position. There is a kit on Indy inside of Decon. But Polite Fellow already taking up a very aggressive position.
He's got to at least get 1 here. They're going to double swing him at the same time, fully expecting this position. He gets the first, tries to get the trade, but Frosty's there.
Low HP on Lennon as well. He needs to get this kill very quickly, but Indy is doing a great job of baiting for his teammate. Doesn't even need his teammate in the end. Another lovely deagle shot. He really is trying to make amends for round 3 as Chicken Joshie stutter the momentum of Cucumber Hoovers.
I think I heard a little classic Dweg scream after that one. I think he's absolutely loving that.
Loud. He's so loud.
You can hear him everywhere. Goodness, but yeah, but not a great buy at the CTs, and they still managed to prevail. I mean, not awful, but you did see some Famouses in there, and you've got to think, is this going to start slipping away from Cucumber? All it takes is a couple rounds like this, and then eventually it's a 6-2 half, and then, then it goes to, they lose a couple rounds, lose an eco, lose the buy. Yeah, and you're looking at 10-2. I don't want to say it. I don't want to say it.
No, and you think about that round, a couple of rounds ago, 2 players dying to the bomb. Those 2 saved weapons would have been valuable in this one. Lennon relegated to that Tech 9. I don't want to count out the Tech 9. We know how devastating that weapon can be at close range. That run and gun one-tap potential. But okay. Ultra instincts out of Joker. Nazari thought he was going to get the drop on the T's, but ends up costing him his life.
You've got to think he'd be fuming after that one. If that was me,
oh, my mouse would be across the room if that was me on the receiving end of that.
Leek's in a great position here, though. I've seen him play here before. Couple of the earlier game he played on Nuke, he does take a wide swing and Rex punishes. That is a life you cannot be giving away, and Dweg is in the middle of the site on his own. But Cucumber have paused. They know 5v3. They don't want to go into a stack. It's very unlikely, and Indy does get one back.
Yeah, crucial kill there from Indy. If that kill had gone the way of the Cucumber Hoovers, this round would be as good as chalk. And Frosty really wrestling Chicken Joshie back into this one. Dweg at the back of the site is still gone unnoticed, able to peek out and pick up
still
one.
planting!
Yeah, the diffuser! The bomb plant just completely open. Dweg, that is criminal you're able to get away with that.
2 there out of Dweg is absolutely insane.
Yeah, in such an isolated position as that he was in. Like, yes, he had his teammates supporting him from heaven, but that was all he had, and able to come away with 2 there, including the bomb planter. It's really put Joker in an uncomfortable position, but he has found his way down onto this B site with the bomb.
He has scooped the bomb up from the A site. He's planting in quite a good position. He's going to be playing from Squeaky here. Or Decon, sorry.
Sorry, there's so many Squeaky.
Dear, I call them both Squeaky, okay? They're completely the same thing to me.
Yeah, I mean, they're pretty much interchangeable, but Joker can't interchange himself with his teammate. He needs to play this absolutely perfectly. Bomb is planted for him in the Astralis position.
Joshie are playing so well together. They're clearing every angle together.
Yeah, they have pretty much isolated the angles. It can only be double or control. Joker swinging
That
out
was-
there,
oh.
1 up, 1 down. It's such an awkward
Safe
spray.
hands out of Frosty as usual. He is the rock of this team. I've seen him play many anchor positions. I think he plays A on Mirage, clearly playing ramp. That's a very isolated position. You put your very most consistent player in there, and that's exactly what Josh is in that situation.
Yeah, but it was absolutely brilliant positioning out of Chick and Joshie, knowing that if you're playing directly one on top of each other, the team defending has to pick one.
How are you going to spray up like that?
It's so difficult to transfer vertically like that. And Frosty, quick enough on the draw to salvage that round for Chick and Joshie. And we do see a timeout coming here from the Cucumber Hoovers.
These are the rounds I was talking about. You can't be letting that 3v5 slip. You got to think it's because they just paused. They got those 2 kills on 8 and they just paused. They waited. They say, let me flash quickly. Let me do this. Let me do that. And they lost their momentum. The whole CT side was able to rotate in. And it's still a 3v5, but they went out one at a time. And I really think that's been their downfall. They're clearly showing a bit of inexperience there from the Cucumber Hoovers. And Chick and Joshie more than happy to capitalise.
Yeah, you have to say that has been a feature of the Cucumber Hoovers T side. They have played very passive. They haven't really put all that much pressure on the likes of Chick and Joshie. Even when you get these man advantages, you take a step back, and that gives Chick and Joshie the opportunity to make an information play, maybe get that equalising kill, and maybe a change of pace would benefit the Cucumber Hoovers, but it doesn't look like it's going to be happening in this round. Outside smokes as they crawl their way towards Secret.
You got to think they've won these before. They have won maybe a couple more Deagles and a couple less Mac 10s, but after watching that round, I think anything's possible, to be honest.
Yeah, this is pure UKCS right now.
And they all silently make it down to Secret.
Yeah, Chick and Joshie look like they have a good idea. They're going for that information play in towards lobby. Leak will be first point of contact.
Ooh, as Rex just slid by. What a smoke push.
Yeah, Dweck's going to clear this. Dweck's going to clear this.
Oh.
Rex, oh, very slow. Is able to get 1. I think he should have got 2 there if he was able to get that kill onto Dweck a lot quicker. Maybe escape with his life. And actually, Lennon going down, quickly equalised by Joker.
A couple of gushes there. Dweg, no head armor, same out of Indy. It's really, the damage is absolutely racked up now, and you've got to think Indy 36 health on a knob. Lose close, he goes for it, a bit of a whiff there. He's going to fall back down. Safe position, and they just know they have to come to them.
Look at the HP. Look, Chick and Joshie have to get out of there.
There's
no way they can win
that. Gone.
Even if they try a sprint to spawn, Frosty and Naz may still lose their weapons. Oh, this is really uncomfortable for Chick and Joshie right now.
Yeah, Naz goes down, but they do get the AWP through. That's the important weapon there. Anything can happen. You see Naz on an AWP, anything can happen. Anything can happen.
Yeah, indeed. And I mean, an AWP on a map like Nuke with so many long-range angles, so many different positions that you can play with it. I think it's more impactful on Nuke than the majority of the maps in the CS pool right now.
I completely agree. Then again, Overpass recently being brought back in.
Yeah,
We've seen a bit of
Overpass
AWP dominance on there. It's been a while since it's been in there, and I'm loving every second of it. Not a big fan of Anu going, but we'll move past that.
Yeah, I understand that. I was a bit of an Anubis lover. I think back to EPIC45, I think the opening game of that was one of the best of the entire tournament, and that was on Anubis.
It looks like we've got quite a good game on our hands here as well.
Oh,
maybe this will be the new staple.
Yeah, Nuke, the new ultimate map of Epic Land. Hoping. I'm willing it into existence.
Well,
I love this map. I love this map.
It's not a great map, let's be honest.
No,
it's no Mirage.
Best map in CS history. Fight me.
Frosty again in this isolated ramp position. He does drop the molly, but he's really being pressured. Oh, what a shot.
Lovely adjustment there out of
Disgusting.
Frosty. Yeah, and he's positioned himself well, but just can't quite connect with the spray. He does have Indy full support inside of control. Let's take 1 down. Frosty chiming in as well.
He's still going. They've not killed him.
Yeah, he is still alive. He's now found himself inside the dark as Indy
a
swings
cockroach,
out.
that boy.
And Rexden, that lurker, they may not know exactly where he's gotten off to, but they know he is the lurk player. That's making sound now. I feel your days are numbered, my friend. Naz scoped in your position, not even needed, because Indy with a masterful support of Frosty. 3 and 2 kills respectively. Chick and Joshie, they are beginning to rebuild that advantage.
You've got to think what the call was there, though. You got to think Lou's gone in his own. He's been absolutely plastered by Frosty. Let's be honest, let's not dance around that. And he's on his own. There's no trade there. Frosty's able to fall back into these powerful positions. Bear in mind, he does whiff a little bit, doesn't quite get the left side main guy, the left side ramp guy. But yeah, a cockroach, Frosty is. You cannot kill him. You cannot weed him out. He will always be there. You cannot get rid of him.
Yeah, that well-placed Molotov really did isolate Lou in that situation. Great play out of Frosty. The Cucumber Hoovers, I think they must have just panicked. They think, oh, we have to try and trade. No, at that point, Lou is unfortunately out of this round. You still have 4 players alive. You can still make something work, but instead you panic. You try and chase down Frosty, try and get that revenge kill. But
it's the panicking I've been noticing. I think just sort of not having a clear plan of this is exactly what we're doing. Sort of, even so, just sort of faltering slightly. And it all just sort of, the dominoes seem to fall.
Yeah, and well, look at the result. 2 Tech-9s coming to this one, a Galil as well, but Leek has given them an opportunity. Joker winning that duel, and actually doubling up for himself as well. Trade kill onto Dweg. Lennon does get one before losing his life, but the Tech-9, a polite fellow, takes down Naz and Joker. 3K in the round for him. He is having he is really having a good game right now, sitting at 11 and 6. He has been having arguably the most impactful kills for the Cucumber Hoovers thus far.
I'll be honest, I think I've overhyped Leek. It's an he's in the middle of the open against a smoke fade. Maybe it's quite bad positioning. You can't really do much from there, but yeah, relegated to the MP9, and it looks like it is going to be a force.
Yeah, and that might be that overconfidence that we were talking about. Leek, you said he's been having a really strong tournament thus far. Maybe he does, with all due respect, feel like he's playing better than he currently is. This is an opponent that they have put up respectable results against some of the best teams in the UK scene, and you can't really take liberties against that.
I've just seen he switched out from a Deagle to a 5-7. Is he losing confidence?
I mean, I guess it depends on the positioning, because if you want to play something like top of heart, the 5-7, absolute paper shredder. Really, like one-tap potential.
A staple of this map, I'd say. The amount of close angles you can get yourself weaseled into with a 5-7, that just absolutely turn around. But then again, when we saw Lou come in main with that Deagle a couple rounds prior,
yeah, you got to remember the Deagle also has that one-tap potential and a much larger range, so
it's very fast.
Yeah, and he is going to be on top of the heart, but the player has already dropped himself down the vent. Lou picking off Dweg as well. Naz is there with the trade, and Frosty chiming in as well. There is that 5-7 snapping turtle out of Leek. Lobby control taken away from the T side, but such a heavy cost for Chicken Joshey. Look at the HP. Leek down to 33, Naz only 3, but Lennon is now in this 1 versus 3, and the AWP will not matter against the low HP.
Leek's going to swing here. Oh, very confident in that fight. Lennon does make it down, but chooses to come back up. He knows he needs a fight here. If he takes a 2v1 with the AWP.
Yeah, he needs to isolate these fights, and Chicken Joshey do give him the opportunity. Leek already dropping down the vent, pushing up through some speed.
Yeah, there
Naz
it is.
is ready for it. Chicken Joshey, not possible for them to lose the half anymore. 6-4. I think on this map though, you do need to get at least one more.
I think having a lead at the end of the half is definitely what you're looking for. You don't really want to tie it out on this map, unless you are a very competent T-side team, but I've not seen much out of that, considering we only got 2 rounds of T-side last time we saw Chicken Joshey. But yeah, those are the rounds you can't let slip if you're Cucumber Hoovers. Those are the rounds that really, if you want to win the game, you've got to be taking them quite convincingly as well. They played a fast round into what I'm sure they knew was a very bad buy or an eco. Do you really want to play fast?
Yeah, you have to say some of the decisions coming up from the Cucumber Hoovers are a bit questionable, but it has proven the aim of the individuals is definitely there. Polite fellow, that P250 ringing out to equalize the numbers. Once again, Indy is able to escape through the safety of the smoke. Polite fellow beginning his advance.
They're all over the A
yeah,
side.
They're already out.
How's
on
Dweg
A.
let them out so far?
Yeah, how have they got out so far? Indy losing his life as well. That outside player still present, and Naz, he needs to try and buy as much time as possible, but I don't see a way that Chicken Josh can get back into this site. Frosty on this MP9 needs to find something quickly, because otherwise Naz needs to carry this AWP over.
I think he's just going for an exit here. Just get an AK and absolutely scramble.
Yeah, and that looks exactly what they're going to do. Frosty just going to try and hope that they exit through him. If he can take a couple of guns away, the economy of the T side is not in a very strong place.
Oh, are we going to get a knife kill? No, he doesn't pull the trigger, Frosty! Oh no!
Oh no, Frosty!
Oh no!
Oh, we've seen that so far. That's something we've seen all the time on Nuke. You get so much time with that MP9 at close range, and you just accelerate towards them.
He panicked!
It's not the laser beam it used to be. You can't afford to do that anymore.
I'm going to have to bring that up to him next time I see him. That's an absolutely
remember to clip that, please, because we're going to want to show him that.
Yes.
Let him relive the nightmare.
And look at this bite. Bear in mind, as you say, the AWP could be the round definer here. Bear in mind, it is surrounded by some not great weaponry coming to the last round of the half. And Cucumber Hoovers, they know there should be an AWP in play. They're aware. He got shot at by Naz from heaven. He made the Scarpa. So they're thinking about this. They know they've lost these rounds before, and they really just want to get this one secured. So I imagine they're going to call some form of a default or set strat. Play it very slow, gradual map control. Wait for this sort of aggression, which is what you expect out of these MP9s. Probably play quite a loose lobby setup, and I'm not expecting anything fast. But I may be about to eat my own words, and Naz is about maybe to get an ace. But I'm not going to get ahead of myself. Okay, I'm not going to get ahead of myself.
Yeah, back to what you're saying, that lobby aggression, that has been something that has consistently worked out for Chicken Joshey, but surely at some point Cucumber Hoovers are going to be able to adapt and read it. And
outside smoke's coming out, so maybe that map control that we talked about. Very slow. And Naz, look at this aggressive peek.
Ooh. Yeah, with a buy like this, someone does need to make a hero play, and Naz, this very aggressive angle, not actually going to be presented with an opportunity. Rex is still waiting right at the back of lobby.
They're calling this round again. 4 people down secret. I imagine it's the only round in their playbook at this point. They know it was worked before. They're just going to slowly creep down. And yeah, I mean, Chicken Joshey, very partial to an A stack. It appears they're all sorts of crowding around the AWP, maybe hoping they can, have a turn on it. Maybe Dweg saying, it's my turn, Naz, it's my turn. But stuck on the MP9 for now.
Yeah, but the problem is that desire to play past the AWP has completely cost them the B site. We've got a 5 versus 5 retake of the B site, and, well, the advantage has just slipped away from Chicken Joshey. Naz is there with the trade. AWP ringing out, but
it's not looking great. Their best weapon being they're picked up Index has picked up an AK, but retaking your best weapons and all, a couple MP9s. Josh has been absolutely isolated, and yeah, it's all for ramp.
Yeah, and Cucumber Hoovers are in such a strong position here. They have every angle covered. It's going to be the full ramp aggression coming out from Chicken Joshey. Frosty only able to get one, and now it's going to be Naz in this 1 versus 2 to clutch out the half.
Yeah, no time. There's no time. He has to find both, and that's it.
Going for the simple play, but Lennon is ready for it. It is a tied half, 6-6, and you have to say, advantage Cucumber Hoovers at this point.
They've definitely got the momentum. You see some of these rounds they've been winning that Joshey, I don't want to say they've given them away, but I'm going to say it. They've absolutely given some of these away. I mean, it's gone both ways on these eco rounds. It's very to and fro, but
you have to say the ecos and the force have very much decided the half.
Yeah, and 6-6, as you were saying, not the most ideal, not terrible.
No, it's salvageable. You can make this work.
Salvageable. Somebody even argue good.
Yeah, I mean, if you do believe that nuclear is a T-sided map.
Well, we'll have to see. Maybe Chicken Joshey's going to prove something.
Yeah, but it's going to be very difficult. Cucumber Hoovers have very much proved that their aim is more than good enough to hang with the united unit of Chicken Joshey.
Interesting play.
Yeah,
two down Ven.
There's got to be a secret walk coming out here, you'd imagine.
Yeah, looks like that's where they're going.
Yeah, they are going to be met. It's going to be a 2 versus 2 duel, I'd imagine. Leak the back turn, though. Chicken Joshey not even considering this. Lennon's going to try and make some contact.
He's missed everyone here.
Yeah,
he's aware, though. Gets Leak.
Yeah, Leak continuing not to have the game that we were expecting out of him. 6-7-11 right now. Naz peeking himself out from the hut. Does spot the player at the back of the site. Indy, you've just been caught by this secret walk. You're able to live, but only for so long. Lewis there with the USB, and this is a complete and utter mow down. Naz would need a miracle, but he will lose his life to Rexton. And Cucumber Hoover's taking the pistol.
You got to think, have they watched the demos? Have they watched the boldness to do a secret walk? Have they watched their nuke play? Have they potentially seen the game that they played earlier, 13-1? Obviously, there was a pistol round in there. Have they watched it? Are they coming in prepared? Have they got something to say? They've gone up 7-6.
I mean, it's been a busy morning, but maybe putting that 1 hour break to good use, knowing that Chicken Joshey, they are a strong team, but they are also very beatable.
That's what I'm talking about, the complacency. Chicken Joshey using that one break to maybe just, relax, not really do much there. Oh, it's groups games. We'll get to playoffs so easily. Bear in mind, staple player of Chicken Joshey. Oh, this is very fast, actually. I'll come back to that. Oh, gets the first 2.
Yeah, able to get one more, but I don't think it's going to be enough, and Leek will just be swept down. Taking 2 guns away, it's decent for a full eco out of Chicken Joshie, but Cucumber Hoover's still coming away with it. A lovely little double main setup.
Although how I've seen these forces going, I'm surprised they didn't go for it.
Yeah.
They know it's winnable, but they just think, we're going to play it safe. I think they're really starting to feel the pressure now.
You have to say, if you saw a couple of Tech 9s in there, maybe that round does play out completely differently.
Yeah. I could definitely see that. But so as I was saying, yes, Frosty has been grouped the past 2 times he's been at Epic Land. And I think he's really starting to feel that now. He doesn't want another grouping because, of course, a lot of the games later, very difficult opponents. And they know going into this, they need to win this one.
Yeah, Chicken Joshie's games are only going to get harder and harder.
Oh, it's aggressive.
Yeah, provided them with 1, but Naz his head on a swivel, and he's ready for the lobby aggression as well. Brilliant reading of the game from Naz, taking down 3 CTs, and Lennon is going to be forced into a 1 versus 2. Indy and Frosty, they are quite separated right now.
Yeah, it looks like Indy's going to head down vent. Frosty should be making his way around outside to get secret, and they should be able to join up. But they know the fallback was towards ramp with that smoke deployed. Lennon not being very proactive, waiting for T's to come towards him, expecting maybe a bit of a misstep, that they just want to take the fight instead of playing it slow. But Joshie, they're going to get the bomb down. They're going to play the 2v1. They're going to play it safe. And you've got to say, the safe pair of hands is still alive. Always good to hold the bomb. And Lennon's going to make his way down the vent.
I think this might be a bit of a misplay, because look at the economy for the CTs. Lennon and Polite Fellow, not much in the bank. Rexton as well, teetering on the edge.
Smoke kit.
You could go for a ninja.
Smoke kit and Molly, full set of utility.
And a double flash as well to try and blind them as they spray you down.
I think he's going to go for it. I think he's going to rare atom it. He's going to go last second. Bolts into the site. They're both ready for him. He gets the first. Looking for the second, but there's no time.
Time's gone, and Frosty collects the head anyway.
The safe hands.
Yeah, Chicken Joshie, first rifle round on the T side. They do make it work, denying that lobby aggression to put them in an early advantage. And there was a valiant attempt from Lennon. You've got to rate the attempts. Come on, the idea to go for that ninja with the utility at his disposal. But
I'll give it to him.
Chicken Joshie just in the perfect position to read it. Unfortunately, that double set up from double set up. You got to say.
But you got to think M4 kit, full util. And look at the bar on the CT side now. What is this? It's just scrap. MP9, FAMAS, and Lennon on an AWP. He's been having quite a good game. He maybe been look negative, but he's gone for some absolute impact kills. And it's very fast towards outside. Already down secret.
Yeah.
But the AWP is in ramp and could be ready.
Yeah, he has already pivoted down to just try and cover any sort of walk out of the halls, but Lou, he needed to get that kill, really. Leek escaping.
Left him bruised, though.
Yeah, heavy damage taken, but he is able to escape and fight another day. And Chicken Joshie have very much drawn Cucumber Hoovers around the map. We've got Rexton trying to hold this secret play, but it looks like Chicken Joshie not really looking like they want to fight him at the moment.
Yeah. Taking their time. We saw this happen on Cucumber Hoovers' Tay side. Going for an aggressive peek. Joker does take down League. And Lou, in good position to be holding this main. They are going to expect it, but he's got so many angles to cover. Looking behind him, he's worried about this garage walk. You got to think, is he going to miss the timing on Naz here?
Yeah, you think he's just too concerned with playing his life. He needs to.
They won't be ready for this.
Yeah, they're not going to be ready for this aggressive angle. But Lou still, once again, can't convert the kill. Is again able to escape, but Lennon, that missed AWP shot does give Chicken Joshie avenue in, and Lou, another whiffed spray, loses his life to Indy. Lennon is there for the trade, and Rexton as well picking off Dweg. And around the Chicken Joshie, they were presented with so many opportunities, but unfortunately it seems to have all fallen away from them. Naz tapping the bomb, but the fire will deny him, and too many targets to aim at. Cucumber Hoovers 9-7 up now.
They're starting to get loud. They're starting to get loud. They know this is doable. Your scoreline 13-8 already gone, and to be honest, I don't even think an overtime is going to be needed. I think this is it. The momentum's building. The economy's broken. I think it's going to be smooth sailing from here.
Yeah, something you mentioned, Chicken Joshie with no dedicated IGL. I think that could be something that could cost them. No one to just stomp their authority and say, this is what we're going to do. This is how we're going to exploit them. It just seems a little bit, it seems like they've got to go through a committee in order to make a decision right now. And it's really not helping them out. Look at this, just Glocks, P250.
It looked like they wanted to go for an fast A, but the Molly is completely denying them. They do have a nade. Rex taking down Naz, and this is just going to be a non-round. We've seen Pistols do it, but 3 Glocks and a P250, I'm not confident. It looks like maybe they're just looking to get a plant, maybe kill the site player. But
just see if you can get the bomb.
Yeah,
that's all you can
one
do.
at a time, lads.
Yeah, funnel through the choke point.
Not even a kill. Oh, Rex with the wall bang through Heart to take down Dweg at the end. Dweg last in. Is that something we've seen before?
It's something we have seen before, but I don't know if it's a lack of confidence coming out there from Dweg. He's been at his best in those anchor positions, and he's not really been a prolific entry fragger, you'd have to say, throughout his career. Maybe it is just that lack of confidence that is costing him, which, unfortunately, when you are playing like this, you do sometimes need to just say, all right, I'm having a bad game, you're having a good game, I'm going to go in, give you the position, you're going to trade. Yeah, I think Chick and Joshey look panicked right now. Timeout called, understandably.
You got to think what it is. Are they just losing their fights? Is it the strategy that's wrong? I think they're really trying to discuss, get a solid round here. They know if they lose this, their economy's not going to be great. They may have some AKs in the next round, but it's not going to be great. This is the round they have to win. If they want to get this train back on track, this is the one they're going to go for, and it looks like they've called a set strat for this.
Yeah, indeed. Not flush with utility, but the 5 AKs.
Well, they've got to do something. The first set of utility, that's where they have to go. That's it. There's no do-overs. There's no Dwegs missed the Heaven Smoke. That's it. You have to just go.
You can't afford to waste utility when it's so limited like this.
And it will be outside smokes, it looks like they're going for.
Ooh,
yeah.
This is a big commitment. Cucumber Hoovers, they were looking like they wanted to go for an aggressive play, but
yeah, they've backed off.
Yeah, the sight of those smokes does make them second guess, realise that they can't really afford to get into that aggressive position underneath the silo.
1 smoke left off if they have to go through this.
They have to utilise this.
It looks like quite a similar strat to what we saw Cucumber doing, leaving 1 man back lobby. They're copying strats.
This does look like...
But the smokes are faded. Oh, they're lucky there's no one in heaven.
Yeah, and that main smoke lasting just long enough. Loon not even peeking off the back of it as well. 4 bodies down in the B holes. Polite fellow not even considering the idea of a B play as things stand. Very stationary at the ramp. Joker now realising that probably should get out of there, but still no diversion down to B for the CTs.
You've got to think, have they just opened Cucumber Hoover's T-size strat book and word for word copied it down? I mean, it's exactly the same round. Silent onto B, and now they get loud. Now Cucumber Hoovers know it's B, and they are scrambling to get into a retake here, but Dweg, the assassin.
Yeah, this timing could be absolutely crucial for Dweg.
As long as he moves.
Concerned about the lobby.
As long as he starts Dweg, you've got to start moving.
Yeah, but this crossfire in the B halls, Indy taking down Lou and Cucumber Hoovers. They do have money. They can theoretically afford to throw bodies at this, but they're thinking better of it. The bomb is just beginning to tick a little bit too far away. Dweg ready and waiting for Joker's swing, but Joker is aware. Dweg deleted. Naz gone too, so casualties here for Chicken Joshey, and this could get a whole lot worse.
Can't be giving these guns away. They have to find these fights. 1 left alive. Leak, only person left alive. And let's have a look at the economy, shall we? 3.6, 3.6, 4.5 and 3.6. They can drop an AK across, but we're going to see a couple Galils out. Maybe even a scout out of Nasri. Yeah, there it is. The scout out of Nasri. He's feeling confident.
Yeah, I mean, you've got to be if you're purchasing into a scout at this point. He's been prolific on the AWP. Let's see how he can do with its little brother.
But, I mean, even with all their players going down, or no, not quite all their players, Rex staying alive with the AK, look at the CT buy. I mean, is that just not the most perfect buy? The only thing Lou's missing is a kit, and to be honest, you've already got 4. I mean...
Yeah, at that point, you can afford to save a little bit of money for the next round should things go a little bit wrong.
Yep, and a very slow round out of Chicken Joshua.
Yeah, once again doing that little 4-1 split, but this time the 4 are diverting themselves towards ramp. Currently, is only Joker there to defend. Playing on that deep angle, flashes knock him away and he retreats. He's actually thinking about coming up to try and fight this. The steps make him think better of it, but Lennon is there with the support from Hell, able to get 1, and Joker, now's your time to strike to get 1. Naz is there with the trade and to get himself a weaponry upgrade.
Bomb!
That's the bomb!
Index!
Oh, indeed. Oh, that's a massive mistake, not realizing it was on his back, and this round just fallen to pieces. Naz, he's been so good in moments here for Chicken Joshey, but this is going to be a tough one. He is going to be given the bomb for free, uncontested, but how long before he realizes this? And unfortunately, that time window is beginning to close as Lou beginning his crawl. Naz is ready for one, can't quite adjust to the second. Polite takes him down, and Cucumber Hoovers are 2 rounds away from taking down the undefeated Chicken Joshey.
Well, you may have called it 13-8.
By the wrong way.
By the wrong way. I mean, it's still very impressive, but...
Hey, between us, we might have got it right, because you said Cucumber, I said 13-8.
If we average out, I mean...
It's close enough.
Or it could have been Chicken Joshey 16-14.
This is when Chicken Joshey get one more round to really break that.
Just look at the bye, though. I mean, they had to force last round. They had to keep momentum up, but clearly not expecting that strong of a bye out the CT side.
Yeah, but the hero AK out of Frosty.
Where's Dweg off to? Getting a bit lost, maybe.
Yeah, it does seem a bit passive. And yeah, Frosty has found himself on top of main. This is a very aggressive position, so not one you can retreat easily from. Cucumber Hoovers are very much ready for an outside play coming out here from Chicken Joshey. They have been very loud about this intention.
Slipping by. Lennon's ready.
Nothing. He needs at least one there for Chicken Joshey.
No one's holding.
Yeah, Naz's got one back, but it's traded out, and yeah, Polite
like
and Lennon.
Last alive. Can we add that to the counter?
Come on, Dweg.
Let's.
Put on a clip for the ages.
Come on,
That's
Dweg.
the first one. That's the first one. Door closed.
They're very aggressive. They know it's only a Glock. Dweg 1v4 to 1v3. Impossible.
A little bit of miscommunication there, though, from Cucumber Hoovers. Molly and Smoke at the same time does give Dweg avenue to escape, but the time is not really with him if he wants to try and sneak down and get a bomb plant. 40 seconds remaining, and this little path to ramp has just been cut off completely here. Lennon ready and waiting. And Dweg shoulder spotted, taken down. Map points to the Cucumber Hoovers. And do we call this an upset?
I'll be honest, the strats I've seen out of Joshey, it's not like they've been upset, they've been absolutely eviscerated. I'm going to say it how I see it. It may look like a 13-8 scoreline, but some of the rounds they've lost, you've got to think, what were they thinking?
Yeah, it's been a bit of a mess, unfortunately. I think both teams with T-sides, they need to improve. Cucumber Hoovers were really gaining their rounds through bits of individual brilliance on that side, and Chicken Joshey, they needed to outsmart them because, unfortunately, Cucumber Hoovers have just shot harder than them today. And that invention has not been there.
Well, everyone on Cucumber who is performing. Lou, slightly below, but never counting out those 2 deagles he got. That absolutely just flipped this game on its head. We thought that they were just going to start running away with it. Pistol and conversion, bang, that's it. They're just going to start going. But Chicken Joshey, I think they've been showed up a bit here.
Yeah, they have been made to look a little bit foolish. But against the players of the caliber across the server from them, Lennon's currently sitting top of the table, 20-14.
It's not over yet.
It's not over yet.
Do I smell a 16-14 coming?
Ooh.
Do I smell a 16-14 coming? We're going to have to start with League,
but I'm still not going to buy it just yet. Maybe after the first
give it a couple rounds. Give it a couple rounds.
Give it a couple of rounds if it even goes that long. League trying to take this fight in towards Squeaky. Is able to escape, but a little bit of damage taken. Actually, surprisingly little considering how long he was exposed. And Chicken Joshey, they don't look like they have any real game plan in this round. They got very little utility, a couple of smokes, and that is it.
I say confidence. I'm not seeing any.
There's no confidence coming out of Chicken Joshey.
There's no abusive swings. Leak, maybe proving me wrong, instantly traded by Lou.
Yeah, and that's those impactful kills you were talking about. That could have given Chicken Joshey a little bit of momentum if Leak was able to
He's not
escape.
got many, but they have been good. I will say that.
They have been crucial. And Joker ready for this little ramp walk coming out here. Chicken Joshey are setting up.
Very close. You've got to think, if he's on his own, is he really happy with such a one-and-done position? There's no fallback. I was playing on top of the boxes. You get one, you drop down, you volley. Playing here, I mean, sure, he's not got any utility to block them off if he does fall down, and here they come. They know it's just going to be Joker.
Yeah, Smoke gives him a sliver angle when he's able to get one. That T-side Smoke almost compromising them, but Indy is there with the spam. 20 seconds on the clock. Chicken Joshey needs to get a hurry up. Lennon is already down in the halls. Dweg breaking the glass, jumping through the window and losing his life as a result. Bomb still not on the site yet. Naz
They're all
it's
here.
locked in. Yeah, this round is as good as done. The game will be over unless we see some heroics from Indy. That's just not going to happen. Cucumber Hoovers put an end to Chicken Josh's undefeated streak. 13-8.
We did say it was going to be a good game. Did we think it was going to be that? Do I say decisive? Do I say Cucumber? They showed their best moves today.
Yeah, they proved moments of individual brilliance, and on that T side, Chicken Joshie had no innovation. They were just so static, so flat that against players who are just having a better game than you, that's just not going to be enough.
I did see 1 point of innovation. They knew that Cucumber Hoover's T side was so good, they copied the 4 shift down squeaky and play one outside lobby, 4 shift down secret. And
but even that round, they lost so many bodies that it didn't end up prevailing as well as they would like.
The round after, Galil's out, Scout out for Nazari, and while he did get a couple things going there, Dweig shifted through the smoke with the bomb out.
I think it was Indy.
Was it Indy?
We can bully Dweig enough.
Sorry,
so we'll let him off on this one.
If it was Indy, I apologise, Dweig. Okay, I never meant anything.
I don't apologise. It was still Dweig's fault somehow.
He's the cooler, surely. I'm sure he's called one thing or two.
He's the mascot. He's the captain.
Well, exactly. Yeah, he is the bin man. You know,
he is the bin man. But unfortunately, their record is trash. Down to 2-1. Well, there's still a chance of playoffs, but if they continue to perform like that, those chances are going to dwindle.
Well, you've got to think these are the seeded teams they should be beating.
Yeah, you got to remember that Chicken Joshie 12 seeds higher than Cucumber Hoovers, and it did not look that way. It could look almost the opposite.
I think we have obviously seen a couple of upsets this Epic Land. Fragging Friends earlier losing a couple of a game and a draw against some very lower seeded teams.
Yeah, that's another team that is underperforming at the moment, but still plenty of time to turn it around.
Plenty of time. We've got a whole afternoon.
Yeah, the group stage is not over yet. Everything can still change.
And the 3-1 record, I think for Chicken Joshie, that's still fine.
Yeah, I think that's still good, but you've got a difficult few games coming up, so you are going to have to really take a look at yourselves following that game and really figure out what went wrong and how you can improve, because you are going to need to.
I think maybe they should be using their breaks more wisely now, instead of just kicking their feet up.
Just chatting like, we're back-to-back 13-1s. We've got this in the bag.
There was zero care coming to this game. I've got to be honest, they knew they'd won it already, and clearly
overconfidence is the ultimate killer.
Yeah.
Anyway,
if this game proves it.
Yep, that was honestly a bit of an upset, but it was a very enjoyable game. Thank you very much, Bob. Do stick around. We have a lot more games still to come as the group stage will come to its conclusion. But for now, we're going to cut to a break, so do stick around.